Hello, welcome back to my channel, Enjoy Plans. Today I am planning what is this week? The last full week of September, and I'm using the Autumn Dream Kit, which is Knish Girl Jess Art, but I'm using the kit from Lynner Designs, and I am pairing it with the Crest Press Sparkly Orange and Sparkly Gold Mixed Metal Foil Bundle that you previously saw me using a couple weeks ago. I picked it up quite a while ago, and I picked up when it was on like massive sale, so I picked up the underlays with it because I was like, that's pretty niche. And then when I did like a grab bag, I think from Black Friday last year, I got the mini kit version, obviously with no underlays, and that's what I used a couple weeks ago. But I just feel like this foil bundle is so perfect for fall. And I was just really leaning into the monochromatic feel for this spread. I feel like there was a lot of good foil colors it could have gone with, but I had this foil kit or foil bundle, and I just thought it was perfect. And then last minute, I decided to pull in the silver gold solids from Plan With Me stickers, which maybe wouldn't have been my first choice, and I really hesitated doing it. So you could see I sampled it out when I was flipping through the kit, and I actually love how that turned out. So if you have been a friend of the channel, and you watched my video from a couple weeks ago, maybe it was just last week for you, it was the Lynner Designs Fall Movie Kit. And I decided to go simple for that kit because I thought that's what I wanted and needed in my life. But I've just doubled down on these double underlays. I used to think it was so extra. I used to think foil was so extra. And then here I am going above and beyond foil. So I did the simplified underlays and realized that I just missed the double underlays. So I didn't really have time to go and shop, so I needed to shop my stash, and I didn't have a ton of underlays to choose from. So one of the options that I did have, though, is this silver gold. It came with one of the Plan With Me stickers foil bundle drops that I subscribe to every month, and I wasn't sure exactly when to use it, but I thought that it would work so you could still see the confetti, so I could still use those confetti underlays. And I actually think it popped the oranges in this kit very nicely and kind of brought out some of the lighter and brighter, lightness and brightness, I should say, from this kit. Because Jess used a lot of light elements in this kit, which I just think is really gorgeous. So this kit is stunning. I love that Vita bus scene with the books overflowing up at the top. And of course, orange is my favorite color, so I love the monochromatic orange moment. And yeah, I think a lot of underlays and a lot of foil choices would look really pretty with this. So I'm excited to see what other people use. Like I said, I just was kind of shopping my stash for this one. But this week was a pretty standard week as far as weeks go. I feel like was kind of just recovering. The weekend was a little busy. I'm such a homebody that just doing a couple things will make me tired. But this week I was kind of staying late at school to reorganize my file cabinet, and every school just has different curriculum and different things and different systems of organizing. You can use some of the same and some different. So I just really needed to stay late and figure that out, which feels really good to be in a better place with that. And I, just need to do that. Sometimes you just need to, even if you don't want to, you need to, and you can't, it's not something you can delegate. And then I also got to catch up with my best friend, which was so nice. It was so overdue. If you have a long distance bestie, you just know that sometimes you can talk to them nonstop, texting and stuff or voice messages. And then sometimes you just go through seasons where life's just busy and you don't connect for a little bit. And then you're like, oh my gosh, tell me about this. And it's just, yeah. So that was so good. We got to catch up on the phone. And she is a busy mom of 2 little kids. So that makes it even trickier. But that always fills your soul when you get some bestie time. Yeah, and then I was trying to think what else happened this week. I don't have my planner right in front of me, which is part of the problem. Oh, I know. On Friday, we got to go to the aquarium for a school field trip, and that was so fun. I haven't been to the aquarium in ages, and the Washington Aquarium is super fun, and it's like right on the Pacific Ocean, so it's really stunning, and they have a whole outdoor part, and I don't know, it's really cool from what I remember. But like I said, I haven't been really in ages, and I've never been to the one in Arizona. So getting to go there for a school field trip was awesome. And it felt smaller, but maybe it's because it was a grown-up. I don't know. But we spent the perfect amount of time there, and it was a great field trip because as many parents who wanted to come could come. So almost every child had a parent with them or one of their like friends' parents chaperoning, and that was great. It made my job very simple. I just got to enjoy the day with the kids, and that was great. And it's always good to like talk with the parents and have those like informal interactions because they all want to come in and volunteer. And there's not like too much to like help with volunteer wise, but it's good to like check in with them. So having a field trip setting, I know some teachers don't like field trips for this reason because you kind of just get cornered, but I like them because it's just a win-win. You get to interact with the kids, the parents, it's something different. You're off campus, and it was just a really fun time. I really enjoyed myself. And the best part about this year is learning how next year can go smoother. So now I know the things and the tips. And that's something I really need to start like writing down and keep saying, oh, I'll remember, or I need to write those down. And like, I really need to write those things down. But let me know, have you been to the aquarium where you live? I feel like they are so expensive, like to just go. I don't know, the ones that I've tried to go to, they're like for just me and my husband to go and walk around, it would be like $75. And that's just a lot for just an aquarium. So I don't know. It is fun. It is cool. The best part about the aquarium was that as we were walking through, all of a sudden the like employees there were like, clear path if you want to see baby penguin. She wants to walk to her destination. And I'm like, excuse me, what? And then all of a sudden they cleared the path, and this little penguin that was like under a foot, her name was Sedona because Arizona, and she starts waddling. She like waddles out of this back door like she's some VIP celebrity, and walks and like follows the people, like the workers there. It was so funny and so cute. I was obsessed. It was the best part about the day. There was a lot of cool things from the aquarium, but like that, hands down. Like, I want to live like Sedona. She was so cute. So that was fun. Fun for the kids to see. And I don't know if that's like normal to have penguins at an aquarium or not, but they had like a whole otter exhibit and penguins and all that on top of all the fish and stingrays. Actually, the coolest part about that aquarium is there's this whole like stingray area where the kids could just like stand around and they could put 2 fingers in to like touch the stingrays. I don't know if that's normal because again, I haven't been to an aquarium in a hot minute, but it was really fun and the kids had a blast, except for the kids that were a little bit shorter. They couldn't reach in and I kind of felt bad for them, but it was still great and they still enjoyed it. But the kids actually spent the most time. There was this like giant water table, and that's where they wanted to spend all their time. And all of us, like the parents and the adults, were cracking up because we're like, we paid how much? And we've been talking about fish for like how long in school for you to just want to play at the water table like you did in preschool. So that was kind of funny, but that was pretty much my week. Trying to think. Oh, I know. The other thing that was significant about this week is that my husband and I, if you've also been a friend of the channel for a while, you might know that we don't eat out a ton. Until we moved here to Arizona, we really never ate out. Most of that was because of where we live. We didn't live like anywhere close to like restaurants. We lived in a really small town, which was cute, but it was really removed. And so we didn't really eat out. and definitely didn't do like fast food type things. And then another part is allergies. I'm celiac, so can't have gluten. And then my husband's also allergic to gluten. We don't really do a ton of dairy, and so that just is limitations. So we went through the Chick-fil-A drive-thru. We were helping out my brother and sister-in-law and picked up my nephew from his like super late night baseball practice. He's in 6th grade, and his baseball practice was from 7 to 9:30 on a Tuesday, like on a school night, and that was insane. So we were helping out because the baseball field was right by us, and my brother was out of town, so so that my sister-in-law could stay home with the two littles. We picked him up from practice and drove him home. And then afterwards, we're kind of hungry for like a second dinner, like a snack. And we went through the Chick-fil-A drive-thru. And then afterwards, we looked at each other. We're like, was that our first time going through a drive-thru together? And we determined it is. Like, we've done drive-thrus separately, but never together. And we've been together for like almost 9 years, like with dating combined. And that was just mind-blowing that we have never ever driven through been through a drive-thru for food together, like never. And that was kind of funny and monumental because seems like the most basic, like high school early dating type of thing, and we've never done that. So that was monumental for us, at least. It was such a low-key thing. It was just for Chick-fil-A fries, but yeah, it felt like a big deal. So that was kind of funny for the week. And then yeah, that's pretty much it. Last week we were binging Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. Let me know if you've watched that show. This week we haven't started up a new show, so let me know if you have any recommendations. We don't have cable, but we have almost all the other like providers except for Netflix. We might end up caping and getting it, but now that you can't do the like family stuff, we haven't really done it. But let me know if you have any show recommendations, because I feel like we're kind of in a slump. We are pretty easy going. I know, we need to start the new Lord of the Rings. We used to watch that with friends. So obviously we are not going to watch it with that set of friends because we don't live by them anymore, but we need to watch it on our own. Even though I know nothing about Lord of the Rings, I'm just Lord of the Rings. I'm just there. But there's a lot of Disney Plus shows we need to catch up on, like Loki and all that. So maybe we'll eventually get in that phase. This week, it was also like last week, we got a break for weather and it went down below 100 for like the first time in months. And then this week it went back up to like the 110s, and it felt just so much hotter because we got that relief last week. And this week has just felt like people keep asking me like, how's the weather transition for you? Are you adjusting? Like, it's been so hot. I feel bad for you. And honestly, it genuinely has not been bad. I knew what I was getting myself into. We both did. So it was like, and I love the heat, so I'm really not phased. And most of my day is spent inside in the classroom. So it's not that big of a deal to me. But this week, it just has felt hot. But that is life in Arizona. Anyways, so many tangents. This is my base. Let's skip to the end to see my final spread.
This is my finished spread. I really love how this turned out. I am ending it a little bit early, as you can see, but the monochromatic foil looks so good. And I think it obviously, like, it helps that it's a sparkle pattern with it being sparkly. It pops a little bit more, and then the underlays like surprisingly work really well. I'm kind of obsessed with them. You can kind of see, actually no, it's terrible, you can't see, but in person I feel like it looks really good. It definitely pops and it works, and I'm happy with how the spread turned out. Love a good monochromatic moment, especially in the fall, and this was technically the first week of fall. It was like the hottest. I put hottest first week of fall. Arizona's having record-breaking summer, and then we just jumped right into fall with like so much heat. And it was just kind of comical because everybody back home, well, I guess this is our home, but it still feels weird to say that. Everybody back in Washington is like in 50s in rain and bundled and is talking about how cozy their first week of fall was. And like, here we are in 115 degrees. It was just comical. But this is our life now, and we do love it deep down. But yeah, that is it for this week. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye, everyone.